Hello, welcome to the summer season Regenerative Reset. And my name is Nirankar. I'm going to be sharing what's been new over the past 2 years because it's been a long time since I actually came online and launched anything, hosted anything. So I'm really delighted to be back in this setting and sharing a bit of what's been happening in my world. Um, most of you who I have, sorry, my cat is biting me. I'm just going to remove her. Um, I, about Well, I want to kind of bring you up to speed on what has been going on for me. And I also want to introduce my friend Rachel. Rachel is really going to help me explain this superfood protocol that I'm super excited about and have been for about 2.5 years. And so I'm going to share a little bit of my health journey over the last 2 years, what I've been going through. And I'm also going to share a movement practice that I'm exploring. And many of you who I've invited to this space know me through the Kundalini Yoga world. And I have kind of transitioned a bit of my personal practice into this new wild flow that I can't wait to show you and explain a bit of what my thinking around it. So I'm gonna let Sherry in here. Oh, I'll let you do
I'm
do
letting
that.
everyone. Yeah, that's
Um,
what I'm doing.
I'm so not used to having an assistant during these. Okay, so I was teaching about 3 years ago. I started teaching an 8-week course called Get Well, Stay Well Naturally. And I was feeling so good about leaving the corporate world, like the really busy 9 to 5. And what I realized, and I want to share now what I realized looking back. What I did with that corporate job was I just took it into my own business. And it was still so hard for my nervous system to change. I was still operating at this place of working 9 to 5 for someone else. So I kind of dumped all that energy into my business. And I was really loving coaching. But I still was really having a hard time settling into space. Like I filled my space. And so I would get to, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I still didn't know how to pace myself during the day. So enter in this superfood protocol and an awareness of mine that about 4 o'clock I was like a bear. My family could do no right. I was really short tempered. I still couldn't exercise for long distances as I used to, even though I told myself that I wasn't running from anything, and I really didn't want to exercise like that. My knees still didn't feel great when I would hike long distances. I still didn't ever feel like weight training because when I did, I would feel so sick, like I would not be able to do even body strengthening. So these were subtleties about my health that I was still dealing with during that time that I was teaching Get Well, Stay Well Naturally and having one-on-one clients. So there were still aspects of my own health that I was trying to up level. So I then, when these superfoods came in, I was like, okay, well, I'll try it. But really, I like whole foods. I want to get my food straight from the earth. I want to, just go to my CSA, get all the food that I want there. I want it all to be grown locally. I don't want it to be shipped anywhere. I don't want it to be dried. I don't want it to be juiced. I'm a whole foods gal. And but I really trusted the people that were introducing this to me. So I started taking it. And I think even toward the tail end of our work together, Rajni, I was like, oh, maybe I'll share this a little bit. And then I started realizing, okay, no longer was I barking at my family at night. I was really steady. My mindset was so blown open, so positive, so refreshed to um, to just be present, more present with my emotions, more present with what was happening. Like I really felt it on that emotional level so much. And then, so I kept trying to look for things like, wait, isn't there something here that I shouldn't be recommending this? Like, there's got to be something wrong with these products. So I just kept, my body was craving them. I was feeling good. My knee pain disappeared. I could bike. I was like blowing my husband away because I could bike so much better. My hiking was better. I could spend more time really taking care of myself. And here's the best part is that I started to realize that even though I was a CSA girl, really wanted whole foods, I cooking and preparing food was just totally not my jam. I really wanted something convenient and healthy. And so I tried for years, like I'll menu plan, I'll cook ahead, I'll do all these things, but really on a basic level, I'm kind of a fundamentalist. So I was I was like, well, if I cook ahead, then it's too prepared. I can't eat it leftover. Like it was just not working for me. And really, I just wanted to work. I love my work. Like I want to dive into helping people, and that's all I want to do. I don't want to cook. So what I realized was that my body craved them. I still loved having them present. They were the healthiest fast food I've ever experienced. My family started wanting them, craving them. There's so many beautiful ways of incorporating them into my life that I was like, okay, this really did reduce my inflammation. My yoga is so much different. I can stretch in ways and move in ways that I was never able to move. I can hike in ways that I've never been able to hike. I'm patient and relaxed and compassionate with my family. And so I just keep going. Like I really, really love having them in my life. So I wanted to start sharing them on a bigger scale. So I'm going to introduce Rachel Balancet, regenerative detox specialist, and a great friend of mine who knows this business and these products like so well. It's so fun to listen to you, Rachel. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the details. One thing I do want to say is that there's that it took me a bit to really understand the depth. And so the 90-day, whoop, then there's a 90-day protocol that I want you to share about, Rachel. That's exactly what I want my followers to know about.
Oh, thank you. Well, maybe I'll also share just a little bit about my own health story, because the way I came to become a regenerative health practitioner was because I healed myself following this protocol. And then I was like, why did I get so healthy? And I started off with being really, really sick for 9 years with Hashimoto's, autoimmune disorder of the thyroid. And after being sick for 9 years, I finally hit a point where I said, I'm done being sick and tired. Is it really noisy with the wind? I apologize. Okay, good. And I had brain fog. I was taking naps all the time. I had amnesia. I wouldn't remember like half an hour periods of time. I would not remember what I did for the last half hour. I would show up somewhere and be like, wow, how did I get here? I don't even know what I'm doing. Where am I going? Why am I here? Where am I driving to? It was like a blank and would be so weird. And that happened to me again and again. And I struggled with like some bloating, and I was eating healthy. I was eating organic. I was having my smoothies. I had my spirulina, my maca, my shilajit, my mushrooms, my Ayurvedic herbs. And I was like, why am I not getting better? But then I made a decision one day. I was like, I'm going to find the answer. I'm going to figure it out. I have no idea what it is, but if people can heal cancer naturally, I can heal this naturally. And so that was my light at the end of the tunnel, just remembering that. That was my mantra. And sure enough, I found this protocol, this 90-day protocol, the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And right away, within the first 10 days, I'm not even exaggerating. Within the first 10 days, my symptoms were gone. All of my symptoms were gone in my body. I had no more fatigue. And that was the most remarkable thing, kind of like Nirankar. I went from sleeping, taking five naps a day, sleeping throughout the day, not able to work. Literally, I could only work 1 day a month anymore. I was a wedding photographer. And I was like, I can't even, I was imagining that I was just going to be old and decrepit and living on the streets. And in a pretty short time, not 10 days, my bloating disappeared. I shed 10 pounds of like weight that I had not been able to lose for the life of me. My brain fog completely disappeared. It became so clear. I was actually able to follow my, a conversation, hear what people were saying, follow them. They could follow me. I could follow me. And it was really amazing. I stopped being a recluse. I started going out into the world again. And yeah, it was really amazing how much energy I had. I started wanting to work out all the time. I'd never, ever, ever in my life wanted to work out. That was never even a desire of mine. I didn't even admire people who worked out. I just thought it was like, well, what a miserable life. People who work out, that must suck, But I had so much energy in my body. I wanted to move. And I started getting into the treadmill and then running. And then pretty soon I doubled my running speed. And then pretty soon I tripled my running speed. And then pretty soon I was like, okay, what else can I do? And someone suggested that I compete. And I thought that was wild and crazy, but I was down for anything at that point. So I was enjoying life. And so I started competing in bodybuilding, and I won my first competition. And then I went on to pro division. I won the pro division. And then I went on to championships, and I won the world championship. So that all happened within 2 years of starting this protocol. And now I'm 50, and I'm getting ready for my next competition. And I have, I never would have imagined at age 42, when I was sick and done with life, that I would ever, ever, ever feel this way 8 years later. Or 9 years later. I've been sick for 9 years. I've now actually been well for 9 years, which is amazing. I had my blood work done the other day, and now I no longer have Hashimoto's. I don't have any. My blood work is good. I'm no longer anemic. Everything that was problematic in my blood work is back to normal, and I feel great. I've been using the Core 4 nutrition now for 9 years, and it's been incredible. None of my symptoms have returned. So, the more that I dug, can you guys hear that? Is that just okay? Good. The more that I dug, because I was so curious, like, what was it about these products? Because I was already eating all these things on my own. So why was it that this was working? And what I really explored and studied, I lived on the land with Dave, the founder. I went and stayed on his land for a month and just studied with him. And I learned what was in all these products. And I learned how they farm. And I really became aware that you are what your food eats. We eat what our food eats. And it became so apparent because we have regenerative farms, we compost, we rotate crops. They even test the water that goes on the farms. The farms are 100 miles away from any polluting industry. Everything is beyond organic. In fact, the founder of this company, Dave Sandoval, actually is the person, he and his business partner, Amy, they actually went and lobbied and got our nation the USDA organic food label. So anyone who looks for that USDA organic food label can thank Dave, the founder of our company, that even exists. And now he's been on this really deep mission to educate about glyphosate and Monsanto, who's now Bayer, and help people understand how non-Hodgkin's lymphoma is directly correlated to glyphosate, and how just how we can continue to battle Monsanto, but at the same time we need to learn how to detox this out. And that's what this protocol does. It actually removes 74.5% of glyphosate in 6 weeks, which is amazing. It's the only product clinically proven by the detoxproject.org to do that. It's the only product that can actually remove glyphosate. And then it also lowers C-reactive protein by 74.5%, which is the bioinflammatory marker. And Cherie just told me, she's right there. She just told me earlier today, she's been on these products for 5 months. And she just told me, I just went and got my blood work done, and she had Hashimoto's, her numbers were at a 7, they're now at a 4, which is very good. So she's like coming back into alignment. Congratulations, Cherie.
Thank you. Yeah.
Would you share a little bit about your husband's experience too? Because it's
Sure.
pretty
Yeah.
remarkable.
Yeah, we were in Hawaii and we got exposed to mold exposure. And he started feeling achy in his body and he started wheezing. I was like, why are you wheezing? What's going on? Like, are you stressed out or? And then eventually we moved to Arizona and dried up a little bit and then tried everything. And some things help, but then when we found this protocol, Rachel's site, and I was listening to the videos and hearing about how people were recovering their blood pressure and diabetes and they're losing weight and everything. I thought, hey, might as well give this a try. Everything else that we tried. And he ended up losing 25 pounds in 1 month. And then he had gout and arthritis, and he no longer has gout and arthritis. And he's has so much energy and just doing so much better, got off his medications, and he doesn't have the wheezing anymore or any pain in his body. Before it was like really high, the pain, like at a 9 or 10. Now it's down to a 1. And that happened within a month. I mean, actually, he was feeling better within a couple of weeks, but everything like the losing the weight was like within 30 days, the 25 pounds. And so we're doing so much better. Yeah. And like I don't have the panic attacks anymore and no more Hashimoto symptoms. And I also feel a lot better. And then I used to have insomnia and I sleep like a baby now because of the tart cherry juice at night, the 2 tablespoons, and no more constipation. I used to have constipation as well. And now it's
Mhm.
like everything flows really nicely and it just gets better and better. I'm just so excited about this. So yeah. And then now I'm helping other people as well. Like my friends getting off their diabetic medications and blood pressure and lowering their cholesterol and losing weight and having more energy and feeling better. So yeah, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's really amazing. You've turned a number of people onto this protocol, and all of them have had amazing transformations. Like Coco, who she did a video of herself the other day,
Yeah.
she's literally throwing out 60, she said she threw out 60 medications. I mean, that big plastic bag in her reel, she was just filling it
Yeah.
with all of her medications. And it's just like, wow.
Mhm.
So, you're changing lives. Thank you, Shri. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd thank you for being spontaneous and just being willing to hop on. um, so yeah, this protocol is it's a gift. It's a real gift. It's a gift to ourselves and it's a good gift to those that we share it with. And Gwyneth also is somebody who I shared it with, and he no longer has sleep apnea. His sleep apnea went away and he lost 60 pounds in very short, in just a couple months. And he's a shining pillar of health. And he's like who I want to be at 70. Um, you know, totally energized, building Cobb, teaching students, just like, amazing humanitarian and artist. So, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these, for what these have done for so many of my friends. But the protocol itself is 90 days. It's a 90-day detox. It detoxes the liver, detoxes the gut, and it helps eliminate metals, which is really important because metals feed all of the pathogens in our body. Helps detox mold, helps kill viruses. There's spirulina, there's barley green juice, alfalfa leaf powder in there, maca, like amazing array of superfoods, 5 different kinds of mushrooms. There's protein, fruits, vegetables, probiotics, and cleansing herbs that all are part of this protocol. And I can show it to you if you want. Do you want me to go ahead and bring that up, Nirankar?
Sure. Go ahead and bring that up, and then we'll leave some time for me to kind of demonstrate this wild flow for the
Okay.
body, and then we'll go into questions at the end.
Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So the company is called Purium, and this is the ultimate lifestyle transformation here that we've all done and had amazing results with. It's a 90-day protocol. It starts with 30 days. You just do 30 days at a time. You just order 30 days at a time. There's several different ones. My favorite one is the ULT plus immune, but I'll just talk about the ULT basic today. So the ULT basic is these are your veggies right here. These are in hemp and bamboo resin bags. That's what these are made out of. So they're recyclable. They compost in 6 months, since we were talking about that earlier. But this is equivalent. One of these drinks is equivalent to 6 microgreen salads. It's a very nutritious and satiating meal. And what people are always surprised about is how little hunger they have, how they feel so satiated by these superfoods that they actually are not craving anything anymore. They stop craving sugar. They stop craving, oily foods. They stop craving things that are acidic because your body's becoming alkaline so quickly. So those are greens. We've also got your apothecary juice here, which is basically tart cherry juice concentrate, which this is the highest antioxidant fruit in the world. So this is actually especially important for women because it's been shown in studies that women who have high levels of melatonin, naturally high levels of melatonin, tend not to get breast cancer. And this has naturally occurring melatonin in it. So it really offers deep sleep. And, it's been shown that you're not supposed to, it's really not ideal to take melatonin. People who struggle with sleep issues, they don't want to be taking melatonin. You want to have the melatonin occur naturally in either the things that you're eating and things that actually turn it on in your brain at the right time of day, So this is what this does. It's very helpful for reverse aging. It's helpful for clearing and cleaning the brain. Helps detox the brain, and it helps balance cortisol levels. So stress levels, stress hormones, all those things get balanced simply by drinking this concentrated tart cherry juice. So your fruits, your veggies, and then here's your protein, the super aminos. This is a pretty amazing product. This is got over 36 double-blind studies that really reveal how potent this is for building muscle, and it helps on so many different levels. It helps, but it was designed to prevent muscle atrophy in coma patients. So what that means is it's building muscle while you sleep. So it's really, as we get older, it gets harder and harder to hold on to muscle. And I could not believe how much stronger I got just by taking these. Just my strength is really incredible. And, I know that this is what won me my championships was, following this protocol and being on the highest, nutrient dense food on the planet, basically. So this is what gives people energy and helps people let go of coffee and any kind of stimulants, because it's just so energizing without being like a high and low. It gives you nice, clean energy all the way throughout the day until it's time to go to sleep. And I never get sluggish anymore. I don't have to take naps. I mean, it is amazing. I never thought I'd feel this way, really. After being sick all through my 30s, I didn't think I could in my 40s, and now in my 50s feel like, never needing a nap. So right here in the yellow pack is the Biomedic. This is the flagship product that I was talking about that removes glyphosate, 74.5% in 6 weeks. It's the only product on the market proven to remove glyphosate. And it's a probiotic, it's a prebiotic, and it's a plusbiotic. So it cleans out the intestines and helps you grow back the villi to absorb better nutrients. So you can absorb more nutrients with this. Okay. And then the last thing I'll talk about is a super cleanser right here. This in the brown bag, the super cleanser herbs are just an Ayurvedic combination of herbs that help sweep out the colon. Pretty much just that. It sweeps out the colon, which helps kill mucoid plaque. Helps get rid of mucoid plaque, and it also helps kill parasites and pathogens. So parasites and pathogens tend to burrow themselves into the plaque that begins to coat our intestines over time. And so this helps clean that out as well as actually kill them. And then you take this 20 days later again, and that actually kills anything that then hatched out of eggs. Then that second round kills the eggs. Second round, we get parasites from so many things, from our dogs licking our faces, our cats licking our faces, handling money, eating sushi, eating meat, but most especially eating pork. These are the ways that people get parasites, plus also drinking water in third world countries, other countries, traveling, even in our own country. The water even in our own country isn't always that great. So this is a really amazing balanced protocol that removes all kinds of toxins. It helps clean the liver with all the greens. It helps detox your cells so they can regenerate new healthy tissue. And it just really repowers the brain. So This is what it costs is this is $12 a day. This particular pack, this is a month pack, right? It's $12 a day. This is 60 of your 90 meals. So basically these shakes can replace 2 meals in a day and really give you more nutrients than you would ever get in a day. And it's really important to, detox on the daily these days, especially with all the toxins that we're coming in contact with just through our environment. So this is 2 meals a day. And so $6 gives you a meal plus your supplements. And you do that twice a day. And then you get to have a clean and green, dinner or any vegetable and any meal that you want. You can have a clean and green meal for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And you also get to have like snack on fruits like apples and carrots and celery and all the good stuff throughout the day. So there is a protocol and suggested food list that goes with it. But we have tons and tons of recipes. We have a support group. We have all different kinds of, there's a couple cooking videos, world cooking videos. So you can get really creative and still enjoy everything and not feel like you're being deprived. And it comes with this blender bottle as well. So what that ends up being, through Nirankar, obviously, or if someone else invited you to this video, you're going to get a 25% off discount off this if you like to do the protocol. There's a 60-day money back guarantee. And the retail value is $480, but you're going to get it for $360. So you get $120 off. And this is just basically all of your groceries for the month up front. So just think of it as like replacing your groceries. I actually saved about $300 in groceries when I did this protocol my first time. I was really surprised how much money I saved and how much time I saved and how much more of my life that freed up and gave me energy and time. So you click get started, and then you can also like customize the packs. So if you just go to month 1, under here, under month 1, it says, would you like to customize this? So I suggest that you do. And I usually say, leave the first 2 power shakes. And I say, change out the second 2 shakes to super meals. Those are where all the mushrooms are. These are all like the really amazing adaptogenic herbs are in the super meals for hormone balance and adrenal health and all that. And then it goes down the second month and third month, it's $30 less. And then the 4th month, this is the pack I've been on for 9 years right here. So for $6 a day, you get 1 meal plus all of your supplements once a day. And this is just the maintenance pack, because once you feel good, people are like, I don't want to stop. I want to feel good forever. So they just usually keep going. But you can stop anytime, you can quit anytime if you're not satisfied. There's a money back guarantee, like I said. So, there's really no risk involved. But that's that. So there you have it. Thank you. Thanks for letting me share.
Thanks, Rachel. So why don't I know everyone else here is familiar with it, but Rajni, do you have any questions, any thoughts? Because maybe based on who's here, I do wild flow another time, because we are about at quarter of the hour, and maybe I tried to push too much into 1 hour. And so Rajni, if you have any questions, then we can just open it up to questions for Rachel while she's here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I always think about doing detox, and it makes me so mad that we have to do this kind of protocol because we have such a horrible food system. And that, anyways, but my main question, I'm kind of a foodie too. I like to cook and I like to eat. And it's been really challenging at home. It's easier for me because I totally am in control of what I'm eating, cooking, buying and eating, and especially now. Anyways, I think that's what kind of turned me off when you told me about it before. It's like the idea of replacing a meal with like a powdered thing does not seem very satisfying to me. I mean, I hear the benefits and that does sound appealing, but I mean, I actually really enjoy cooking and eating food. So anyone can feel free to share their experience.
Well, you do still get to eat, just a reminder. You do still get to eat, and this is only 90 days, and then you can go back to whatever you want. This is just a liver detox, you know what I mean? So like, if you're willing to just do this for a little while and just get yourself back to, pristine, whatever that is for you, whatever your top, like imagine you know, are you at your peak health? Could you feel like there's, you know, okay, so like imagine if it just took you 90 days to get to like peak health again, and then you could enjoy food again, you know what I mean? Enjoy whatever you want. But you do get to, like I said, I have 2 classes. I teach how to do Filipino cooking, African cooking, Mexican cooking. There's all different kinds of things that I teach on my YouTube videos about how to cook and eat with this program, so that you're not necessarily like depriving yourself of eating. It's just that you're eating healthy, and you still get to enjoy lots of flavors. You can have garlic, ginger, all that stuff. You still get to make delicious food. It's more important that you get this nutrition in your body. You'll see a difference whether or not you take stuff out. So if you want to continue eating, you can. I just say get this stuff in your body. Just enjoy the nutrition. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rachel. I also, Rajni, experienced that. Hold on, I didn't need to lose any weight. So I added this nutrition in and kept eating right along with my family. I mean, I changed what I was eating, but then I still continued to eat a lot because I'm very active. So I really haven't ever eliminated a meal. Like I haven't, so you can, by changing what you're eating, like there are certain things and certain, but me personally, it was really hard for me to eliminate because felt like I was losing, like I needed the good food, but it really helped me let go of all the bad food and start to really reach for the things that were very vital, like very vibrant instead. It helped a lot with cravings.
I find that, you know, everyone knows what healthy is. Everyone knows kind of like, oh yeah, it'd be good if I ate more greens or less of this or more of that. But the reason that it's usually so hard is because of what Nirankar tried, because of cravings, because of the habits that we're in. So if you know that there's a direction you want to go, if you know, like, I think it would help me if I ate a little bit more of this or a little less of that, this is something that'll help, because as you alkalize, you'll be craving more alkaline foods and you will stop craving the more acidic foods. So it'll naturally just cause your tongue to start gravitating towards different things. And that's the thing that I was most amazed at, because I really loved my organic chocolate chip cookies, you know, and I love my bag of potato chips once a week. And so these were things that like I knew weren't good for me, but you know, I was having a hard time like letting them go. But as I started adding this in, I just didn't even want them anymore. Like I just didn't even crave them at all anymore. And it was so bizarre. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I don't even like reach for that thing anymore. So yeah.
I guess the other question I had is I've got a pretty large protocol of different supplements that, you know, my functional medicine person, my chiropractor both recommended. So with this protocol, it sounds like you don't need to take your supplements. Is that true? Or do you continue to do them?
It depends on what it is, you know, like if your doctor has you on something, I would look at them. I mean, you're welcome to run them past us. Some people will just like text me, you know, their things of supplements. And sometimes they'll say, yeah, take this, this is redundant, or you don't, you know, save this till after you're done with the protocol, and then you can go back to that. And you can kind of save money on some of those things. So, yeah, I mean, I just think that it just depends on what it is. Like, I'm like a big fan of like staying on vitamin D and vitamin C, not ascorbic acid, but actual vitamin C. I'm also a big fan of, you know, people are taking zinc. There's different things that if you're taking, I'm not going to be opposed to it. If you're on medications, I don't tell people to get off medications, but I do say work with your doctor. And this is for the replay, anyone watching, like I do say, like, ask your doctor, you know, what would it feel like if I was over medicated? Because usually people, but within 2 weeks, they're like already over medicated because their body's already rebalancing. So, yeah, I just say work with your doctor on that. But yeah, I mean, you know, you can continue to take those, or you could take a break from them, because this is like a lot of the nutrients that you need is already exists in this. So it might be redundant for some of those things. It's a nice way to get like all of your nutrients naturally, you know. I'm heading into it with my cell phone because I think my computer is going to die. So
Rajni, where do you live?
Well, you missed the beginning. I am currently in New York taking care of my mom. I still live in
Oh,
Hot
okay.
Springs, but I haven't been there much this
Oh,
year.
you're in Palm Springs?
No, no.
No,
I
before.
still live in Hot Springs, South Dakota, where I met you, but
Well, now I know I thought that I knew you. I kept because you have a different last name.
no,
I
it's
went
the
back to my
same.
Facebook and I said, no, I can't
Oh,
be her.
yeah, the Facebook is, yeah, that's a bunch of different
Yeah,
names.
she took my 5 element dance class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
I thought you looked
I've been
so
in New York
familiar.
this year taking care of my mother.
Oh my God. It's so nice to see you. I thought that was you, but I just
What a
didn't
small
recognize
world.
the last name. It's so different. I guess you have several different last names.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome. That's so cool. Uh, so what I do is I have a nice meal at night. Like I'm gonna make some vegetables with some brown rice. And that's what I usually eat for dinner. And earlier I had I roasted some potatoes for snack. So I had some potatoes and sweet potatoes. I'll probably have some more, maybe another sweet potato tonight with my vegetables. So yeah, I do eat, in between a little bit, but I don't have to eat as much because all that nutrients that I'm getting, and I don't feel hungry. And that's what really actually recovered my health was actually the nutrients. And because I wasn't getting it from the macrobiotics. Remember, I was doing all that macrobiotics and I wasn't getting it. These days we need to get, I think, more nutrients than before. So it's so important to get all those nutrients in. And the glyphosate supplement that actually healed my gut. And because it's really hard to find that out there and to get rid of the glyphosates. So I'd say the biome and the glyphosate supplement and the tart cherry juice at night to help me sleep. And then also and not to mention the super cleansers. Those are amazing too. The whole program is amazing. I'm just so grateful that I found it. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you that you could eat in between and stuff. And it did it up my game too as well. Like even being a macrobiotic nutrition up my game to grab an apple, I don't have to cook a whole meal all the time, that I could just eat an apple or an orange and I'll be filled up, instead of making a whole macrobiotic meal during the day. So it did up my game to where I don't have to really, cook all that food and prepare it, and because I'm not as hungry because I'm getting all the nutrients. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I
Mm.
can't
Yeah.
believe you both know each other. It's
Yeah,
baffling.
I kept thinking, I didn't think it was her because it's a different last name. I don't know. Because I went back on Facebook, I said, no, is that her? No, this is a different last name. So, but yeah, I taught a 5 element dance training in South Dakota, which is an amazing place. Oh my God, if you get a chance, it's amazing.
Beautiful. Well, Rajni, I'm gonna look for your email and send you a link for my discount code, and we'll be in touch. Um, actually, for those of you out there who are catching the recording, then please be in touch. I will reach out, send you the recording. I'm going to stop the recording and we will cover Wild Flow another time. I'm very excited about that as well. And I just want to say that the two really go hand in hand because as your inflammation goes down, and I didn't even know I had inflammation. I really didn't. I didn't, people would talk about inflammation and I would think, well, I don't really have pain in my joints other than when I exercise heavy, but my flexibility has changed dramatically. I don't know if you've experienced this, Shri, but Rachel, I don't know if you've experienced this, but my yoga practice changed dramatically. And I am accessing muscles in ways and like joints are moving in ways that they really never have. And I think it's allowed me to sink deeper into my body. And the reason I'm so excited about this is because I think it's helped me on many, many levels in catching where my body stores different emotions and constrictions. So when I am unconsciously constricting in my nervous system, and I really don't even know I'm doing it, then this protocol has helped me sink into my body in a way that I never thought was possible. And so it's taken my level of awareness of my physical vessel to a whole nother level. So that's why I feel like the two are so related. So thank you so much, Rachel. I don't know if you're jumping off, but thank you for being here. Thank you, Rajni. It's great to see you again. Gleneth, Shri, much love to you all.
Yeah,
I don't know
thank
why my
you.
picture isn't showing, but I'm here.
Oh, there you are. You're back. You're back.
Good. Yeah, no, it was my pleasure. Thank you for having this. And I always appreciate being able to, share what has, transformed my life. And I'm happy to hear everyone else's transformations. So thank you for being here. And it was very nice to meet you, Rajni.
So
Yeah,
nice to
wishing you a
see you
lot of
too,
love and
Rajni.
blessings with your mom.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope you're taking care of yourself there in New York. Yeah. Okay. Much love, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye, take care.